Previously on Wine Wars.
I'm holding a puppy. I can't talk anymore. I'm not going to be able to host a podcast. She's... Oh my God, the two of you are just so cute together.
Listeners, I wish, you know what, we're going to have some pictures on our social media of Anne Spectator and little Miss Ivy Canada, the new addition to our family, a little corgi puppy.
So soft.
Yeah, so that's pretty much going to be the show. It's just us.
Yeah, I'm
Oh my
just
God.
making kissing sounds.
Oh my God.
Wine Wars, the show with four friends who love three things: wine and Star Wars.
Welcome to Wine Wars. You're joining the four of us as we sniff, sip, and talk about wine live from Scott and Amy's house.
Ivy's house.
Ivy's house. I'm your excellent host and spectator. And with me, as always, are Amy.
Hey, Anne.
Ivy's mom. Scott.
Hi, Anne.
Hi.
Ivy's dad.
Ivy's dad. And Jason.
Ivy's uncle.
Aww.
Yes.
Drunkle.
That makes me Ivy's aunt. You guys, this is our first podcast with Ivy. There's gonna be a lot of like toasting and discussion about Ivy. So if you don't
Who's Ivy?
if you don't like teeny tiny, beautiful, so cute baby corgis, get lost.
Yeah, this
I have to
is
pull
not
a
the
leaf out
show.
of this dog's face right now.
Go for it.
There will be some wine and there may be some Star Wars, but there's gonna be a whole lot of Ivy.
Tonight was kind of an indulgent evening with our dinner. Now the puppy lovins. I gotta say,
I know.
Like,
I'm
it was
glad
just
we
a feel-good
ate so much
day.
for dinner because I was gonna eat the dog because she's so cute, and I just was like, oh. Do you know what I mean?
She's chewing on your shoe.
Amy knows. She's literally eating my boot right now, and
Anne's
it's
a dog
adorable.
cannibal.
I mean it like from love. Like just can't love
if she
her
wasn't
enough.
so cute, you wouldn't want to eat her. I get it.
Exactly.
You are
and that's
losing listeners.
That's her fault. Mm-hmm. That's not my fault.
Totally blame the victim.
2018. I'm gonna need more drinks.
So, speaking of which, do we want to talk about what wine we're featuring today and the reason for that?
No.
Okay. Good talk.
Good pod. Shut it
Okay,
down.
have a good night, everybody.
Just 5 months from Scott's birthday, past Scott's birthday.
No,
it's
it's just three.
It's 3. That's right.
Almost to the day.
We are celebrating Scott's birthday. Happy
Yay!
birthday!
Splurge episode.
Better late than never. And stuff.
So in addition to our new addition, Little Miss Ives, which I call her in
Little
honor
Miss Ives.
of what show was that? Penny
Penny
Dreadful.
Dreadful. Or P Dreads.
Miss Ives. As I,
How did I not think of that before?
it just happened naturally.
You know she's my favorite, Miss Ives.
She's awesome.
What's the actress? Eva Green.
Oh, so delightfully creepy with her devil sex.
Oh my God, I love her.
Oh,
Devil sex.
Yeah. Didn't you watch the show
You know the
with
episode
me?
whereby she has the sex with the devil?
Maybe we haven't got. We're like stuck halfway through season 3.
stuck.
Yeah.
No, I remember that. It happened. It was a thing.
All right.
Anyway.
New
additions,
New
birthday.
addition, our little puppy. I don't know where I was going with that, but a wine that I've wanted to bring onto the show for quite a while, and really is something that is of phenomenal value. Barbera.
It's weird because
phenomenal
I'm
value.
shocked that we haven't done Barbera on this show.
So-
because we drink a good amount of Barbera in our lives.
We do. We did talk about Barbera on I think episode 1, which Anne
Ew, take that down.
is blocking out of her memory.
Yeah, it's not great.
It's fine, guys.
This is we should start a Facebook poll. Take it down or leave it up.
You're going to start, what is it, a government petition
Yes.
to remove our episode 1. Barbera originates from Piedmont, Italy. Is a grape I believe we talked about in passing all the time, I'm sure. But we've never given it the highlight and the due
that it deserves.
That it deserves. Because it's Piedmont, Italy, northwest Italy, is the home of Nebbiolo, which is the king and queen of the grapes there, Barolo and Barbaresco. And the cheaper version, Longue, which is, again, another phenomenal value that you can get in the region.
So, do you want to share how this grape was introduced to you, Scott? Since I don't recommend people listen to episode 1.
Oh my God, you guys are
Please
such
don't.
episode
I'll
1
give you
haters.
$10 if you don't listen to it.
I mean, everyone who listens to this podcast is obviously an episode 1 hater.
I see what you did there.
Wait, too soon?
So
that was a quality joke.
perhaps not the first time we ever had Barbera, but the key moment that we had Barbera. So Amy, Ivy's mom,
Ivy's mom.
Yeah, Ivy's mom.
when we got married, we eloped to Portland, Oregon, went to an Italian place for our first dinner as a married couple, and we
An
got
actual Italian restaurant run and owned by Italians.
a family. I believe they were from Piedmont, if I remember correctly. But we got a bottle of Barbera, and that was our wedding wine, Barbera d'Alba
Barbera d'Alba.
from Baroli, producers Baroli.
That's right.
And you can, if you want to learn more about that, you can go listen to episode 1.
So when, somebody stole the boot. Some little
Oh my
person.
God, you guys, she has my boot. I can't do this right now.
We might have to lock her up because she's so distracting with her cuteness.
She's definitely going to destroy that boot.
But she's not even 12 weeks. Is that right?
She will be 12 on Tuesday, so like
So she's
4 days from
so
recording.
fluffy, and her ears
Are you saying that
are
you can't
too
destroy
big.
boots at 12 weeks?
What's that?
Are you saying like at 12 weeks you can't destroy a boot?
She can destroy it. She can take my life if she wants.
Do you hear her grunting?
I don't think you should have to buy new boots. Really.
What he's saying is we should probably take the boot away from the dog.
I hate those boots.
It's a good thing you wore them.
Well, they are the only ones I have. Should I? Okay.
Well, I mean, Amy and I probably should be the ones stopping her.
I know. Look at me parenting so great.
I'm parenting with a phone.
So bad. Oh, damn it.
Oh, who's a bad doggy? Who's a bad dog? Who's a bad doggy?
Bad dog chewing on that boot.
You're so bad.
Oh, she's going to do the sad cry.
All right.
Oh.
Thanks for being an adult because I couldn't.
I know.
Seems like that might happen a lot around here. Where one person might have to be the disciplinarian or one person.
Is the funarian?
Yeah.
Fun dad, mean mom,
No, that's
nope,
fun dad
nope.
and mean dad.
and mean dad. And then there's mom.
Mom, she feeds me. She's cool.
And we're back. Got a little distracted there for a second.
Oh, that's all staying in.
Okay.
Sorry, listeners.
Yeah. So
Okay. Well, we warned you.
yeah, there's a puppy in play, and that's actually why we're potting from our house now, is because we have to be here to let the puppy out every
7 minutes.
yeah
Yeah.
clockwork.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fine by me.
We should actually set 7-minute timers to go off throughout the episode.
It does. I don't know if you've noticed, but it definitely makes the day pass differently when you're like, every hour, gotta go out.
Yeah.
Like,
That's how it feels for old people.
Hey, what am I drinking? Because I've got nothing going on right now.
well,
Beer?
then you're drinking nothing. So
Oh, yeah.
our first wine. So as mentioned, our wedding wine was a Barbera d'Alba. When we say d'Alba,
Do you
Da
want to pour
Alba.
it and then talk about it?
okay.
Okay.
What he's saying here
I feel
is
like I would listen better if I had the wine in my glass.
the Barbera
Team Amy.
grape is of the city of Alba. You see what we did there?
I see.
So Piedmont.
Wait, is that what I'm drinking?
I don't know what's in your glass. I would
Well, you
assume
poured
so.
it.
I would assume so. Then yeah.
I might have to put her in the back room.
No.
No?
We're going to need the distraction.
This is the worst pod we've ever done.
Since episode 1.
The worst.
All right, back to wine. So Piedmont, Italy. The two main sub-regions of Piedmont that you can find Barbera at is going to be Alba and Asti.
Asti.
A-S-T-I and A-L-B-A, respectively. The wonderful thing about Barbera from Piedmont is, like I said before, the affordability of this grape. Because each of these wines, I don't think anything we have today is over $20.
Nope.
Well,
And-
That's awesome for a birthday splurge type episode.
It's not so much a splurge as it is just this is what I want to drink.
It's memorable.
Right. And this is a wine that bright red fruit you're going to find very often. Cherries, raspberries a little bit. Not super tannic. Very refreshing.
It's medium body, medium tannin, very refreshing.
It surprises me to have this little tannin on an Italian wine like this.
So the Barbera grape itself is really mainly grown in Italy. Throughout the world, you have about 63,000 acres throughout the whole world. In Piedmont, Italy, throughout Italy, mostly in Piedmont, you got about 53,000 of those acres. So you have the vast majority of Barbera is going to be grown in Italy. Areas outside of it, you can find the U.S. is the top producer outside of Italy. And then Australia, Argentina, other countries are starting to pick up on it a little bit. But it is like I said, just absolute wonderful value. It's so bright, so refreshing, so delicious. Great for, we had pasta tonight.
We had shrimp fra diavolo from Giada de Laurentiis.
Thank you, Giada.
Yeah, Giada. We loved it.
And it went great with it because it wasn't overpowering the dish, and the dish wasn't overpowering the wine. It was a nice balance of heat and so this wine is not humongous like a Chianti or a Barolo or a Barbaresco. Like it's a nice balanced wine.
Sorry.
So I think it's not like it's not as light as a Pinot and not as heavy as
Like a cab.
yeah.
Right.
So it really fits that like a nice seafoody noodle dish is what I was going for.
Seafoody noodle dish.
It was kind of a tongue twister.
Say that 3 times.
It was really good with the food. Now without food, it's just cherry.
It is very cherry.
Very cherry.
Red cherry. It's
Yep. Like the skins on a red cherry with that little tart kind of, but a hint of dry.
Did you ever get sucrettes when you were little in the tin? When you had
Yeah.
a cold?
Yeah.
It tastes like the sucrettes in a tin.
But when you move to the next wine, I feel like go from this one to that one, you're going to really get the sucrettes.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So we're at Alba right now.
Yep. So the producer here is Seghesio, Seghesio, which there is a producer in California of the same name. So they can be confusing, but they're unrelated.
That's not Seghesio?
No, that would make more sense. I would say Seghesio, but
It's because we haven't progressed very far in our
still on disc 1.
I mean, I could be
disc
wrong.
one of
I always
that
thought it was
language
I thought it was said
Rosetta
Seghesio.
Stone.
Rosetta.
I could be wrong though.
Either way.
I've never met them. Don't know.
2015.
2015, $15 for the bottle.
That's it?
$15.
That's it.
Wow.
This tastes way better than $15.
Yes.
And that, like I said,
Again, like a Longue or a Barbera from Asti or Alba are like, that's a great bottle of wine for not a ton of dough.
I would say that this would be a really approachable wine to bring to an event where there were like intermediate, like beginner / intermediate level wine drinkers at this party. This would be a really good one to bring.
Especially American wine drinkers, because it's not going to be, it's fruit forward and it's big and bold, but it's not like necessarily a fruit bomb. But it's got a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah, like it's elevated but not super complicated.
But again, I started on Italian wine, so my whole world is skewed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's just such a great glass of wine.
Yeah. This is
It's
beautiful.
like, I can't picture pouring that for anyone and them not enjoying it.
Yeah.
Unless they're just,
Especially with food.
oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
You have to like cherry though. I'm not totally a cherry lady, but I mean I do like it.
I
But
suppose.
it is cherry.
We've had a lot of Barbera in our lives.
Yes, we have.
And we always
I'm,
like-
I'm pro. No, I'm pro. It's like, but
Okay.
there's a certain palate for this.
Sure. Mm-hmm. It's human. You have to be human and you'll love it.
Okay, that's what it is.
Yeah. If
you
all
gotta
you
like
eat
alcohol.
is chicken nuggets, this is probably not your wine.
Yep. While we pour
That's
the
beautiful. For $15, that is
$15.
awesome.
Barbera
wine.
d'Alba, Seghesio, 2015. Do it.
Do it. You want to pour the next wine?
Okay.
So tell us about the next one, Jay.
Ooh.
The next one's a Vietti 2015.
I just did
That other one
myself,
was 2015 also, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this is a 2015
take that
Vietti.
sip?
So this is a Barbera d'Asti. I think everybody kind of knows Asti Spumante, which would be a sparkling wine from Asti. So I think Asti gets a bad rap in general because of the Asti Spumante connotation of going to prom.
Yeah.
And that is not
You had a
what-
nice prom.
Yeah.
Asti Spumante is like a $12 sparkling wine.
I know. That's like big money when you're in high school.
Well, you can roll real hard with Jason Sheridan.
This is nice.
Real hard.
Yeah. This has a little bit more earthy.
Yeah. I was going to say,
Undertone.
It's got like an almond scent to it.
I'm with you there.
You know
It's
what
funny
this
'cause
area is known
You know
for?
what? This is a good thing because I thought your wine was more expensive, so I assumed it was like a better wine.
Oh, look at you, Mr.
Yeah.
Bias on the dollar.
Right.
Yeah. Getting
I-
proven wrong.
I am totally proven wrong
That's awesome.
because I didn't, and I've had this same bottle of wine 3 times in the last month, and the first time I had it, I really liked it. The second time I had it, I thought it was kind of stinky, like just
Like
not
too
great
barnyard?
quality. No, not
It's kind of mushroomy as well.
didn't really think barnyard. I just didn't think it was great quality. I thought it was kind of lame-o. And then when we had it tonight, I was like, man, it's good. But for the money,
It has the coolest label ever.
it's got a great label.
So
Yeah.
cool. It's like
Vietti-
a pencil drawing of a weird face.
The Vietti, their whole line of wines just look killer. The unique, interesting
Yeah.
artwork.
I love that merging of art and wine. Like, do it. Do it. If you have a whole blank palette that is your wine bottle, make it cool.
Yeah.
I feel like the body of this wine is identical to the other one. I feel like the viscosity, same as body, is same as the other one. It's a little. This feels to me like what the description of a Barbera in the textbook would say. It's like
It's a little more complex than the other one.
cherry, earthy, light body.
I think there's
medium
more
tannin.
going on than in the other one.
Yes. I would agree.
And I like your almond description a lot. Cherry
Almond
and
skins in
almond.
particular.
Yep.
You know how you like shave off the skins and you just toss out that
Well, I just-
juicy part of the
like,
almond.
it
You
It has
chew
a-
on the
A
skins.
soggy almond. Like the flavor you get from that. And the tan, so maybe that's coming from the tan, it's similar to the tan. So as we mentioned earlier, Barbera is actually a very low tannin wine, or grape rather, but a low tannin grape. So historically, Barbera was not considered a great quality wine until they started to figure out how to properly harvest it, grow it. So they prune it a lot during the growing season so that you get the most flavor to the grapes. And then also once they figured out, leave it in the oak for another year or so.
I just thought it was a big,
Really?
big plump grape. No?
So it's very low tannin. It can be juicy, but you don't get a lot of tannin. So it was very acidic on it. If you just like straight up, it can be more acidic than you would want it to be. So once they figured out to balance it, leave it in the barrel another year or two, then it started to get some good respect, like in the 80s-ish. So,
This is the Rodney Dangerfield of Italian wines for sure.
No respect.
Oh, that's what you meant. I was born in the 70s and I didn't get your little reference there for a
Well,
minute.
I guess you didn't see.
Ladybugs.
Exactly. I was gonna go for ladybugs, but then I was like, nobody's gonna get that. I better go back to school.
Back to school.
Thank
is
you,
getting-
Scott.
Yep.
Back to school, filmed where?
Right here in
Madison,
Madison, Wisconsin.
Wisconsin.
UW.
UW campus. So I think, if I'm not mistaken,
Why
and
don't you call me when you have no class?
I could totally be wrong, but I think this area is also really rich in chestnuts and definitely truffle
Oh,
mushrooms.
show on the truffle.
So I think it's interesting that we're getting like nut, mushroom, anyway, as it is, and then cherry for sure.
Yeah.
It's all right here in the class.
And
Well, Alba's more truffle than Asti, I think. But anyway,
oh,
it's all
I
right
would say
there.
the other way between these two.
We went to the
We
big
went to the International Truffle Festival
Oh, did you?
in Piedmont,
in Alba.
in Alba. Yeah.
Oh, you're saying truffles grow more in Alba.
Yeah.
I thought you meant in the wine.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm getting. Yes, I agree with you. Same. More in the wine on this one.
Yes, on the Asti.
Yeah.
But that was a crazy thing. We happened to be in Piedmont, in Alba.
In October. Time, actually.
Yeah.
Last
It was actually exactly 4 years ago, like this week.
I guess it's a
International
shroom harvest
Truffle
time.
Festival in Piedmont. It was really cool.
That sounds great.
It was like, I mean, it was an outdoor festival kind of atmosphere where just there's like tents and
Tables full of mushrooms. And a lot of enthusiasm from locals
Yeah.
to eat the mushrooms.
Ironically, I remember that. I don't remember anything else. What the hell did we do that day?
We just walked through very crowded streets looking at mushrooms. It was awesome, you guys.
Did you drink wine too?
We did have a meal, but I feel like it was outside of the city, right?
Was it a meal with
No.
mushrooms?
I don't think it was. It was in like a weird cafe. Actually, it was not one of our
Did
better
you
dining
eat truffles?
experiences.
I think I remember the food being amazing, and it was kind of a weird dining experience. It was like
Yes.
it was like a wine shop basically,
Yeah.
but the food was killer in this weird wine shop.
But there's black truffles and white truffles. And I think the black truffles are the highly coveted thing. And this was like tables and tables of white truffles mostly. I'm sure they were out there, but I'm just a tourist.
Yeah,
But still.
and we had stayed at the Rizzi. Rizzi is a
What did he see?
Rizzi. We stayed at his place, and Rizzi is an awesome winemaker.
Oh.
Family
yes, I know what you
winery.
mean now.
Family winery, yeah. With awesome Barbarescos and Barolos.
Yeah.
And I think we were just on our way out. Does that sound right? We were leaving.
Yeah.
I think we were leaving our couple days there, and we were heading back to Milan to leave. And it was our last day.
Hang out with shrooms and it rained on us.
That sounds
This
great.
is nice.
Yeah, but these wines, Barberas, Piedmont, are great for pairing with pizza, pasta, anything like that. That's gonna just work so well.
Did anyone mention how many servings of pasta Jason had tonight?
Was it
a
two?
lot.
It was
No,
Quattro
was it
surveys.
3 Trey?
Two seems like a.
Nope.
Did you?
It
Three?
depends, like European serving size or American
Tell me
serving
what
size.
Euro serving size is like.
8.
Ocho.
But if we went American serving size, it was probably 1.
Yeah, he went never-ending pasta bowl on that.
We're like, quit announcing it. Just eat and don't tell us.
Yeah, we would not have known if you just.
I know, but I
Quietly.
wanted to make sure everybody knew.
So that we could shame you
Yeah.
for it. So the pasta dish, it was
Okay.
linguine with crushed red pepper flakes, a little bit of salt, some chopped up oregano, basil, shrimp, and crushed tomatoes, minced garlic, and some onion. And basically throw that all in a pot.
It was good.
Thank you,
So
Giada.
I mean, you heard the ingredients. What do you think's going to happen?
Yeah,
Amazing.
amazingness in your mouth. It's so good. Oh, and white wine to cook down
Oh,
the
I
sauce.
didn't know that.
Yeah, there was 2 cups of white
And
wine
white
in that.
wine to drink while you cook down the sauce.
Well, 'cause we had to do something with what was left in the bottle.
Okay, we're on wine 3 now, folks.
This is a left turn. We just drove off the road, and it is a gravel road.
I love this wine.
Really?
I already know, Scott, that you don't love it as much as I do.
What, this third one?
Yeah.
So we have gone from
Italy.
Piedmont, Italy, to smack dab in the middle of California.
I love it. I'm an American girl.
I feel
Thank
like
you, Tom Petty.
We almost had to pay a royalty, but she stopped just in time.
smart lady.
I'm an American.
So what this feels to me like is a kick-ass California interpretation of a kick-ass Italian wine. And
got
it
it.
is in your face, and I love it. And maybe I'm a little biased because it's a Meeker, and I've been to their location in California, and it's an old bank vault, an old bank, and so they still have like the little bars on the oak walls dividing the room section for the tellers, and you walk into this space and it just has so much atmosphere, and I feel like I'm getting a hint of that in
in
this
your
wine.
glass.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
So I'm just having a moment with this wine.
For as many times as you guys we've met the Meekers a bunch of times.
You guys have,
I'm so jealous that we've not been to their place.
Oh,
You should be.
it's pretty new too.
Yeah.
So they no longer have a specific site that they do.
Like
What's the word?
vineyard tours.
Right. They no longer have any vineyards, so they just source all their grapes now.
Yes.
But so last time, and this will be the last time we talk about Meeker wine on our show. We talk about them a lot, but
Not going to be the last time.
probably won't be.
It won't be.
But this we have been holding on for since like episode 12-ish.
Really?
When Molly Meeker was on the show.
We bought one of these.
We bought a bottle of this. So this is what they're Barbarian. See what
Get
they
it?
did there?
See what they did there?
See.
So this is comprised of between Sonoma and Napa, a bunch of different vineyards.
And 10% Yuba County.
And it is very California, very oaky, very... I'm not the biggest fan of this. I'll put it out
I
there.
already know that. I knew that when
But-
I opened it and the first little molecules touched my nose. I was like, Scott's not a fan.
But I blame myself for why I don't like this.
I do too.
Thank you.
Hatred for life.
Because this is a 2010. And Barberas typically are meant to be drunk within the first 5 years. So we when we bought it, it probably was great.
Yeah.
And we held it in the basement waiting for the right pod to come up. And it probably peaked, in my opinion.
In my opinion here, that this is a Californian Barbarian, so this is way more tannic than the other ones.
A million times more.
So
organic.
this is going to be able to live longer in the bottle,
Sure.
and I feel like this is fine to drink right now. This is great.
It's working for me.
I have zero complaints about this delicious wine.
So what about it flavor-wise? It's hitting your buttons, Ann.
Still getting cherry on that.
But there's
But
like
more oak.
there's a red rope licorice on this that
Yes, that's a good descriptor.
I feel like this one would be less dependent on eating it or drinking it with food.
Yeah,
It fills my whole mouth up more.
it tastes like a Meeker wine,
Tastes like Meeker. Yeah.
but it's great.
It's big and bold and unapologetic. And
Do
It's
you
like I'm
remember
from
what this-
California.
Do you remember what this
Deal
cost
with
at the
it.
time?
Probably $20.
Yeah.
Would be my guess, 2025. Which is, when you compare Barbera from domestic being inside the U.S., it is typically going to be more expensive than Piedmont because
They produce way
California, the land is more expensive than it is in Italy. Because in California, you don't have the lineage of, this is
The
handed
property
down.
being passed down from
Right.
multiple generations.
So you have to pay that premium to get the grapes from that
property
that land.
tax.
So, but still not terribly expensive. A $25 bottle. You can still find some $15 within California.
there's and there's other options if you want to explore California Barbera. Scott Harvey. Were you into the Renwood? That was Barbera.
Yeah.
Is that still around, Renwood?
I would assume so.
Different winemaker at this point, but
Yeah.
we were drinking some.
That was always really fun.
Yep.
I mean, I
think
say
there's lots of
get
people,
into
especially
it.
in Amador County. I think there's lots of Barbera.
I think it's potentially a little off-putting when you're in the wine store and you're in the California section and you're going to see your normies. You're going to see your Cabs and your Merlots or your Zin. But
That's why I think Barbera is fun in California
fun, yeah.
a different, but it almost tastes the same as a lot of that stuff.
That's my thing.
I think that's why it's a little maybe it doesn't have its own identity in California as it does when you're in
Right.
Piedmont.
yes.
Like it's
Yes.
assimilated too much to California
Yeah.
Right.
culture.
It feels like
I want a bit more
oak.
of the grape, less
of the California.
Which is oak, I think.
oak and
High-
sugar.
Sugar.
Right?
Well, that's going to be high alcohol is your end result,
Yeah.
right? So actually, could you check the alcohol on the back of that
But
for me?
it's over 14.5.
Can you check?
I can't because it's on the other side of the table.
Right.
My guess is these ones are 13.5 and that's like 14.5 plus.
Oh, it's so tiny and I'm so old.
Oh, you want me to look?
Like for real now, you guys, this is happening. 14 and a half.
Okay.
I got it. Whew!
All right, California's
Hashtag
14 and a half.
Seghesio, the first one's 14.5 as well.
Uh-oh. I was wrong.
Oh,
Are we? Well, this is interesting.
dork it out. What do we got on
14.
number 2?
Okay,
14
so
on
it's
the
not
Vietti.
the sugar. It must be the oak.
It's gotta be, it's the production style.
I don't
Yeah.
want to tell everybody this, but you have to pay higher taxes in California for the higher the alcohol.
Is that true?
Oh.
So sometimes they mislabel it, is what you're saying?
I'm not saying anything.
Nobody mislabels anything ever and never.
But you said higher taxes for higher alcohol.
Exactly. So if you label it lower, you have to pay lower. You get to pay a lower tax.
14.5 we're calling low for California.
No. What he's saying.
What I'm saying is
What he's not saying.
let's a little hypothetical. Not saying this has ever happened.
Okay.
Hypothetical. You produce a wine in California, comes out 15.5% because you're in California, and you go, "Ooh, that's a lot of tax." There's the higher tax bracket at 15%. Hey, Mr. Taxman, this is 14.5.
Oh, great. I'll keep you in the lower tax bracket and you will save money with your wine business.
I see. Because the tax man can't. He's not going to
We
check.
don't. We don't live there.
perhaps.
No, he's not going to walk around. Or she.
Maybe we should
She's
delete
not
this
going to walk
part. I
around
don't
with like
know.
a little alcohol testing kit for wine
Yeah.
samples.
Why is the taxman a man?
I don't know why I said that. It's like
It's
in
okay.
it's in the name.
It's okay.
2018.
You're a child of a
The
different
Beatles
generation.
did it.
We all are learning.
I'm the tax woman.
It just doesn't have the same
Yeah,
flair.
no.
Extra syllables just holding you back.
That song would have had to be in compound time.
5/8 time.
That's good.
But as far as California wines goes, it's great. It's good California wine. It's
Okay.
not what I would if I want to drink a Barbera. It's not necessarily what I want out of a Barbera. But obviously, I purchased it for some reason, so it was killer at one point.
This is the thing about wine. Sometimes you buy something because it tastes so good at the time.
I think it's the oak, but
Yeah, maybe.
it just tastes a little more foresty. It is less fruit forward, and I actually like that. You know, I like notes of
You're saying this
Leather,
wine right here is
tobacco, coffee,
less
like
fruit forward than what we were drinking with those other.
She meant
Piedmont.
less cherry, less
less
cherry.
cherry,
Oh, okay.
right?
yeah, more subdued fruit, maybe.
It's a
Yeah.
darker flavor palette.
Yes.
I would have totally been like fooled in that it tastes to me like a cab, like more on the cab spectrum than it on the Barbera spectrum.
So here's the thing. I feel like
full bodied.
if you were going to go to a party and it was like blind tasting, right? And now we have to throw something out there. Nobody's going to guess what it is. This would be a really good one to bring.
Curveball.
Yep.
This would totally be a curveball.
Yep.
For sure.
Yeah.
Cause what would you think you were drinking if you didn't know that this was
Well,
a Barbera?
First thing you would say, well, this is California. Because it just kicks you right in the fucking nose that it's California.
I think it's more subtle than that, but
Oh no,
No.
all right.
No.
All right.
this is a California wine.
I almost might have said Zin.
Oh, I
On the
could
nose
see
for
Zin.
sure.
On the nose.
Nothing wrong with that.
It is an enormous
Yes.
wine, especially compared to the other two.
Yeah, the others are.
Sorry.
You just keep smacking.
I am sorry. Oh my god, I'm sorry. You guys sorry? I'm sorry.
I can't stop it.
It's a different setup over here, and I'm a wreck.
It's your first time.
It was my first time. / 85th time.
That's fine. You know, I would probably guess just Zin out of default. I don't know what I would have guessed on this, to
Well,
be perfectly honest.
I wish we had more California Barbera too.
We do.
We do.
Are you gonna open up another one?
I don't. Is that a good idea?
Just as a sample.
I don't know if this is a good idea. We did eat a lot of pasta though.
We're just gonna have more. We're just gonna have more pasta. So
You
it's
guys,
fine.
you know what we're having for dessert, everybody?
Pasta.
What kind of gelato did you get?
Just a little.
I got a Belgian chocolate gelato and a vanilla bean gelato. And guess what we're gonna put on it? Espresso.
Oh.
There is a name for that. I don't know what it is.
Looking
We actually have a few squares left of chocolate that Scott's parents brought back from Belgium. We could garnish our dessert
with shaved
Oh,
chocolate.
you are killing me with
Affogato,
affogato.
which is like a Styx song, right?
Dome arigato, Mr. Roboto.
Yep.
We're going to have to pay the royalty on that one.
Affogato, the name of this dish.
Affogato. Affogato. What the hell it's called?
I forgot what you call it.
All right. So, Anne, ask and you shall
Slam it.
receive.
I cannot slam all what I have right now.
Here, I'll pass mine around.
It seems rude to slam a Meeker.
My eyes are rolling out of my head. So much alcohol.
Anna hasn't drank for 2 days, guys.
Yeah.
All right. So, I did buy a fourth backup wine because the Meeker is a 2010. I was like, maybe it might have gone sour. So, this is a 2014 Scott Harvey Barbera from Amador County.
4 years younger than the Meeker.
Ooh, I like this a lot more already.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
It's less oaky.
You know
It is
what?
more bright.
Isn't Scott
Fruit.
Harvey's whole thing being Italian? Like
Yeah.
total
It's-
Chan Lane,
He
Italy.
is very true to the grape, right?
Like more old world style.
Oh, okay. So this smells a lot more like something Scott would like.
Ooh.
Right on the back, he has a chart, New World, Old World. This is on the Old World.
Old world. Well, good for Scott Harvey. 'Cause,
Ooh. Oh, you guys.
geez.
This is like the happy medium.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Scott Harvey 2014 Barbera, Amador County.
I think
So
we
that
have.
probably means all the
I
grapes
think
are
we have
from
14,
Amador
15,
County.
and 14 and 15 sitting at home.
We could have had a vertical.
What?
Should I go home and get it?
No, you need 3. 14, 15, 16, or 13, 14, 15.
We have 4. You have 14 here. We have 15 and 16.
We can have 16, but I think we have 15.
Oh.
It could be
never
just
mind.
14 all about.
Either way.
It could be 13 or
This
14.
is so nerdy.
Point being,
Wow.
Is this nerdy?
There
I don't
is
even
totally
feel like
different.
it anymore.
no.
But there is way more.
To me, this is more flavorful than the Meeker in that I'm getting more of the grape.
It's strange.
Yep. I'm not going to argue that with you. Whether you
That's
like
the
that
one
or
thing
not,
you won't argue with
can
me.
argue. Yeah, exactly.
Huh.
This is so
There's
nice.
3 things
On
that
your
I.
birthday, we're like having an agreement.
Oh, that's like
On-
the best
we're-
present
On
you
your
could have ever hoped
3-month
for.
anniversary of your birthday, you were having to.
We're agreeing about what we won't argue about.
There are 3 things that. There are 3 things that hit me off the first thing, which is higher alcohol. I think it's
14.5.
Weird.
This feels lower alcohol to me.
So like I got a full on. It just stripped away.
You got a full on what?
I got a full on.
Yeah. What?
A full on. I'm going to need a noun on that.
Nope, that's all I had. I got a full on.
If I wasn't so full right now, I would say
I would also be on.
let's make a pizza and drink this with the pizza.
Yes.
Because it's so forward and bright. It needs that zesty tomato sauce. I mean, I'll still drink it without a pizza, but I'm just saying, like,
I'm just saying.
So
Right.
it's got way less body
Yeah.
than the Barbarian, but it is got more kick to it.
it's dancey.
Fancy.
It's a much brighter,
Yeah.
wine.
Well, maybe because it's 4 years younger.
Oh, this is 2014. Sure.
It makes me
But-
kind of regret hanging on to that Meeker for so long.
That's what I'm saying. So
Don't say that.
okay.
I see what you're saying now.
Like if
I don't
we,
think it has anything to do with age. I think that
think it-
Barbarian is what that Barbarian would have tasted like.
It might have had
It's
more.
a screw top.
Well, don't you don't got
knock this
you don't got a screw top
I
shame.
have a new intern, Lisa,
I'm
gave
just
me
saying
a
it's
new
not
name
aging
for
in the
the
bottle.
screw tops. Tuesday Twisters.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Ooh, that should be a theme
Hashtag Tuesday Twisters.
for
Yeah.
an episode.
Upcoming. Stay tuned, listeners.
I'm actually going to text an intern about that soon.
Yeah, I dig the Scott Harvey still is not my favorite of all the 4 we've had. I think the Vietti might be my favorite, but
That's the Asti.
the Asti. But
So wine number 2.
yes, but I think this is a great attempt to represent the grape better
Totally.
out of California than the Meeker. Again, no harping on Meeker. Love their wines. It's just this one in particular for my palate. That's where I land.
Gotcha. And you're the birthday boy.
It's my birthday,
So,
so we drink all the wines.
I know 4 bottles. And you know what we had for our white wine? app?
Albarino.
Because it's the best and I can't stop drinking it. And I guzzle it like it's water now.
That is good. Scott Harvey, $18.
Do it.
Yep.
Get all up in it, folks.
Yeah, it is the bright cherry of the Piedmont. Still has a California vibe.
It's got the tannin from the California.
Yeah.
Hey.
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 No. You're a hot dog.
So I was sick and Jason was tired. And so we watched Solo again. And can we, while we enjoy our... Yes. So we watched Solo again.
I mean, I fell asleep 3 days in a row, so I watched Solo sort of.
He was very tired from putting in floors. But I watched it 3 times over because I was not tired. Because I had been sleeping all day because I was sick. So what my point is that I loved the Solo movie.
Oh,
okay. Good. I have watched it again. That is a great, great movie. And I am very disappointed in the movie-going audiences of America and the world that they did not do a better job of going to see Solo, and that there is some sort of sense in the universe that people didn't want to see Solo or see more.
How could
Star
you not
Wars?
want more Solo?
I think
It was such a good movie, and I just want to like kick and scream and punch everybody and like go see. That is a great movie.
You have several things working against Solo. One, the hatred of The Last Jedi.
Yep.
Well, that was a terrible movie.
No, it was a great movie.
It's a fine feature film.
Great movie. 2, it came out 5 months after The Last Jedi.
Right.
Like, I was thinking the other day, it's like, oh, it's almost December, a new Star Wars. You gotta wait a whole other year. Stick in December, Disney.
Yeah, if you're doing it, just do it.
Why did they do that?
Because The Last Jedi originally was supposed to come out in May of
Right,
the
and they
prior
got pushed
year.
back probably for the bad movie.
Good movie.
Last Jedi, you mean? Yeah.
It was not that bad.
So they originally were going to
Terrible.
try to push to a May release cycle, but at one point you have to have that 5-month shift, and that's too much Star Wars.
And they shouldn't have done it in between. Like what they
You
should
mean
have done is
people-
sacrificed whatever the next thing was. They shouldn't have sacrificed
This was
the Han Solo movie.
Such a good movie. Like, what if I don't get my standalone Lando movie? Are we going to get that? Do we know?
I don't believe that has actually ever been announced to be in production or like greenlit in any way.
That's bullshit.
I wish you could see my face right now because it's angry.
It is an angry face.
The movies that were rumored to be greenlit was the Boba Fett movie.
Which I think makes less sense.
But
Well,
Whoa.
and
I know
the
I'm going to piss off a
Obi-Wan
lot of
movie.
fanboys that don't even listen to our podcast. But
the Obi-Wan movie makes a lot of sense because Ewan McGregor is still a dude who lives on the Earth. So that
and
one
he's the
makes
right age for it.
Yeah, that one makes a ton of sense.
I'll accept
And
that.
here's what I think is
I'm
like
into
they were
that.
saying the Boba Fett movie is not actually the Boba Fett movie, but it is the
Mandalorian TV show.
Mandalorian TV show.
Well, 2 things. One, the Boba Fett movie, Boba Fett as a gun for hire would have worked for Darth Maul. So you could
And, okay, carry on.
So you could have had a Boba Fett movie
that intertwined
With
in
Kira.
with Kira and Darth Maul. So they would have popped up in the Boba Fett movie.
which would make a lot of sense.
And she's
keeping that-
hot right now. Hot.
oh, yeah.
You're gonna want to keep her around.
Yes.
She's
Probably
one of the
gonna
best
want to have
characters.
Darth Maul around.
And nobody complained about Mr. Solo's performance. Or Lando.
So
Here's the
here's
dumb-
why this doesn't work: is the people who are going to be into the character of Han Solo are old people
Mm-hmm.
and
like 40s.
Or greater.
or like 77 and up, right?
Right.
So you got this generation of people who are not going to go, who would go see The Force Awakens, who will not go see Solo because they don't care anymore. They did want to see Han Solo
Yeah.
again and on the silver screen.
They know he dies already.
But now they know he dies, so they don't give two shits about Harrison Ford's character from that movie. So the
I think that's a
character
good
of
point.
Solo is
There
not.
is so much wrong with America and the universe right now, and for you to say to me on top of everything that people don't care about Han Solo's early story.
It's like cough up the $8 goddamn and go see it.
Yes!
The other thing, though, is it's a Ron Howard movie, and it is as good as a Ron Howard movie. It's
gonna
awesome.
make you feel good.
It's a Ron Howard movie.
Damn
my
it.
gosh.
I felt good.
Yes.
That's, you know what? And when I go to a movie, that's what I want. I want to leave and feel good.
That scene.
Oh, that scene?
That
The Wookiee scene.
Oh, that scene.
When Han, spoiler alert, and Kira are in the closet at the Millennium Falcon making out on Lando's capes.
And there's all the cakes.
Oh! It's like peak Star Wars.
Did you guys watch the
like-
behind the scenes stuff?
I did watch it all.
No, will you tell
There's-
me what
I mean, I
happened?
slept through most of it.
There's actually a funny anecdote about that scene.
Yeah.
You want to tell it?
They
No, you
made
tell.
out
Okay.
all day long,
So
right?
no, so that scene originally Han was gonna hang the shirt
Oh,
back
yeah,
up,
yeah.
but George
George
Lucas was
Lucas
on
said-
set,
Yeah.
and he talked to Ron Howard. He's like, he wouldn't hang the shirt up. He
You
would
just
just
throw
toss
it.
That's
He's Han
right.
Solo.
Yeah, Han Solo would not
doesn't-
hang it up.
He doesn't- Han
George
Solo don't
Lucas
give a
redeems
fuck
himself from the first 3 movies
Exactly.
by that was a great
by really knowing that character.
yes,
It's his
Yeah.
character.
Yeah.
great. And Chewie, you guys, for that whole movie, Chewie.
Oh my God, I love Chewie. So
How is
much.
Chewie not selling movie tickets?
Here's the thing about the Solo movie is I think it's my favorite one of all those Star Wars movies.
Of the new ones?
Yeah.
Wow.
I like it more than The Force Awakens.
I think I could almost get on board with that
It's probably a better standalone for sure. Well, it absolutely, because the other ones.
I think I
part
like
of
them
9.
both very much for different reasons.
Yeah.
But it
We
has
can
the
like them
it has
all.
the
I know.
fun of like Star Wars to me that the
Tandy Newton. Let's talk about Jon Favreau.
Okay.
Okay.
his character
Great character.
his multi-legged creature guy.
Yeah. I don't know the name.
So good.
That whole scene in the mountains with the train and the twisting.
Oh, that was stunning.
Stunning cinematography.
I'm sure we're saying
kind of-
exactly the same things we said when we
We probably are. I just
But you know what?
can't believe
I get what you're saying.
Okay.
Is that there is just like anytime. So you on your Facebook feed or whatever, there's going to be an ad for Solo right around now because it came out on digital. The most popular thing in the thread is people are going to be bitching about The Last Jedi and hating on what's her name Kennedy,
Kira?
Kathleen Kennedy.
Oh.
Like the douchebags on the internet just fucking hate her and hate
Well,
Disney.
it is
and-
2018, so
I know. So like that just is. I said this in the Solo episode, I think, or maybe a different episode. That is in the antithesis of what the Jedi teach, which is to find the good in everything
Yeah.
you did say that. You're right.
and to not.
But there are
buy
a lot
into
of
the dark side.
spiritual movements out there full of quote unquote believers who are doing the exact opposite of the teachings.
Yep, for
So
sure.
why wouldn't it be in film?
Absolutely.
Hashtag don't dork so hard.
Don't dork so hard.
I know.
Hashtag. It's just a fucking movie.
I'm just kind of over like all the people bitching and just like go enjoy it. And it was like really a movie ticket is like what, $8?
I mean, 15.
I recognize
sure.
the irony that
don't know.
I'm saying.
I buy the tickets.
Here's $1. Go.
I mean, what
buy
is
a
the
Star
banana?
Wars.
$10?
That I hated Last Jedi. But it's because it betrayed my entire childhood. I felt so that's different than just bitching for the sake of bitching.
Is it?
Well, maybe not, and maybe I need to be a little more introspective about that. But that is not the point for right now. The point is that
Solo's a good
Solo
movie,
is such
and you
a
should
good
buy
movie,
it
and
online.
Kira was amazing, and Solo was amazing, and Chewie and Lando, and even Woody Harrelson and Jon Favreau. It was Tandy Newton. That was an amazing.
You haven't said a full name yet.
I'm just.
She said Tandy Newton.
Tandy Newton
And
and
I-
John Fav and
Woody.
and
You
I'm
know
an
what?
American good.
The fight scene at the end was amazing
Wait. Which fight scene at the end?
with Kira.
Oh,
Yes.
who's that bad guy? He's so good.
What's that guy's name?
I don't know. He's
Mr.
Jarvis in
Has the thing in his head.
he's Jarvis in Iron Man, and he's the thing in the head guy in Avengers.
I really liked him as a bad guy.
It was so nice because I feel like when you go to a typical action movie, like whatever, like
Mission Impossible 72.
It's like you know what's going to happen before it even happens, and you know how it's going to end up, and you know every play that's going to happen because it's an action movie, and this is how it always plays out. Mm-hmm. But that's not what happened in Solo, and I loved it.
Mm-hmm. Then you get yourself a little Darth Maul at the end. Mm-hmm. The ending's great, and that
What a twist!
The lady gang that needs the fuel. Yeah.
Hashtag Lady Gang.
I mean, that's
Enfys Nest.
I guess I'm done saying innovative things. I'm just saying it's a great film, and just because maybe the box office sales didn't match that, this was art. This took me further. This gave me like the Star Wars I needed, and I'm gonna need more of that. And I don't know how to who do I talk to?
Here's how
I
you do.
I definitely
Run,
think
Howard.
that the
Buy.
Yeah.
right,
Tell,
like, hey,
tell
Ron.
everyone. Tell everyone you know to buy
right.
Solo.
Okay.
If the home purchases
Exceed the box
exceed
office.
the box office,
Yeah, everybody's happy.
which is how Family Guy came back on the air after being off air after 3 seasons.
Yeah.
Because everyone loved the DVD
Yeah.
sales were off the charts, so they brought the show back online.
All right. Well, fair enough. Grassroots this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm here for that.
People can hate Kathleen Kennedy as much as they want, but she's the executive. It's like hating.
Why are we hating on this poor woman?
Right.
I'm so
It's like hating
sick
Bob
of it.
Iger
Just
because
well,
of this movie. Like that's not his job. It's not her. I mean, her job is to oversee it and be the money and like to have input.
So
but
she is
at
the
the end of the day,
producer?
the directors are completely responsible. The directors and the editors are responsible
well,
for these movies.
Kudos Ron.
Writers, directors,
but
editors.
Pat Ron Howard, but Pat Kathleen Kennedy.
She's the lead over like all of the Star Wars universe stuff.
She's
Disney.
the head of Lucasfilm.
Oh,
So she does all the Star Wars movies and Indiana Jones movies and whatever it's going to be.
so yeah, just like crappy little internet trolls just like to
Yeah.
bitch.
This is not her
and
fault.
Make her a scapegoat. Like, I didn't get what I wanted. Meh.
Right.
Right?
Right.
I'm so over
Leia
that.
can't float through space.
Well, that is really dumb, though.
I mean, that's the worst.
That was a little weird. Was it just me? Was it just me, or did she look like a cake topper?
Yes!
It just did not
Like
seem.
inanimate. Okay, that's
Point being, Barbera is a phenomenal grape for the price.
For the value.
the more I drink, the more I love Solo.
Well, let's shut this down and let's go watch it.
Okay. Happy birthday, Scott.
Thank you.
Good job being a new dad. Yay, new dad. Listeners, we're so happy to have you.
Thank you for enjoying the Barbera with us this evening. Go get yourself some Piedmont Barbera first, probably.
But
So you know what it's all about.
Well, here's the nice thing about this. If you have a group of friends, $15 each, you can replicate this very easily, inexpensively. Get yourself a lot of pasta in case you have a Jason-like friend in your midst.
Or just anybody who likes food. Because that was an amazing dinner.
5 servings worth of amazing.
I know. And it's all in
4.
one pot.
Thank you.
They were large.
I saw you sneaking in the
We
kitchen.
had the tomatoes, so vegetable group. We had the shrimp, so protein group. And we had the carbs, which
Now
is
we're
all
going to
the
have the
others.
gelato group.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Okay, so we got to go because I got a gelat.
So please rate and review us on iTunes.
Please.
Follow us on the Instagram, Facebook, even though we all hate Facebook.
Do we?
It's
I'm
going to be the
neutral.
downfall of the civilization. And Twitter, also the downfall
Twitter.
of civilization.
Or you can email us and you give us grape requests. You can criticize us nicely. Suggestions, blah, blah. That's at winemorspodcast@gmail.com.
Yep. We actually just had a wonderful suggestion from a listener. Someone emailed us looking for Finger Lakes Rieslings, which has been on my docket for a long time,
Ooh, we'll do that.
but is tough to get here in the Midwest. So
Good on ya, listener.
he gave us a couple insights on to who we can get to ship to us direct.
All right.
Very
we have
cool.
had some Finger Lakes Pinots, I believe, and they are surprisingly good.
Yes.
Finger Lakes is the shit.
You know what it had on it? Barnyard. That's what I remember. And I was real impressed
what
by
you
that.
That's your jam.
I love that. Okay. Well, okay.
Thank you, Finger Lakes.
Okay. Make a note. Let's do that. Okay. So until next time, please remember
It's
just grape juice.
1, 2, 3, 4. Wine Wars.